metal arm? That is awesome, dude.
In 2024, Marvel Studios is focusing on the blockbuster film Deadpool 3, starring Ryan Reynolds. This movie promises to get into multiverse shenanigans and marks Hugh Jackman's debut as Wolverine in the MCU. The studio must have a lot of faith in it, as this is the only movie that they are releasing this year. But the studio is gearing up for a busy 2025 with plans to release at least 4 Disney MCU movies, each currently in various stages of production. They only done this one when the studio was at its peak. Captain America: Brave New World, February 14, 2025. With Chris Evans hanging up his shield as Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Sam Wilson is stepping into the spotlight. In Phase 5, Captain America: Brave New World keeps exploring the world post-Avengers Endgame, marking a fresh era with new heroes and beloved favorites making a comeback. No doubt, this upcoming flick is set to be a game-changer as the MCU moves forward. With a stellar cast headlined by A-listers in key roles, the 4th Captain America movie promises not to disappoint. Directed by Julius Ona, known for the 2019 drama Luce, and penned by The Falcon and the Winter Soldier's showrunner Malcolm Spellman and Dylan Munson, the film ensures Sam Wilson's journey as the new Captain America stays on track. Captain America started with Chris Evans' World War II hero Steve Rogers, who gained superpowers from the Super Soldier Serum. Rogers retired in Avengers Endgame after going back in time to be with Peggy Carter, passing his shield to Sam Wilson. Initially hesitant, Sam eventually takes on the mantle after grappling with doubts and facing off against superpowered terrorists known as Flag Smashers in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Director Julius Ona described Captain America 4 as really Sam's coming out show. It's about putting him through the paces. He emphasized the challenge for Sam Wilson as Captain America, navigating his decisions within the government and the conflicts that arise from his perspective. From soldier to Falcon, and now stepping into the role of Captain America, the film will explore Sam's transformation and what defines Captain America. Ona highlighted, the point of view he's going to have will at times put him at odds with the president. The action in this movie is incredibly exciting because this is a guy who can break. This is a guy who can bleed. We get to have a lot of fun pushing him to the limit. Set photos from Captain America: Brave New World reveal Rosa Salazar sporting her character's iconic comic book hairstyle. Tim Blake Nelson, known for his role in The Incredible Hulk, will return as the leader and make a guest appearance in the 4th Captain America film. In a recent interview, Nelson discussed the movie's grounded approach, particularly for his character. Captain America 4 will be a very reality-based superhero movie, he explained, emphasizing the practical approach to portraying the leader without heavy CGI. We wanted to do the character as practically as possible with an absence of digital stuff. In The Incredible Hulk, Samuel Stearns started transforming into the leader after exposure to Bruce Banner's blood. The upcoming film promises a different and more comic-accurate portrayal of Samuel Stearns. Executive producer Nate Moore teased, "The Samuel Stearns you met in The Incredible Hulk is a bit different now." In addition to Tim Blake Nelson's return as the leader, Captain America 4 will also feature several Hulk characters making a comeback. Liv Tyler reprises her role as Betty Ross, continuing from Phase 1, while Harrison Ford joins as Betty's father, General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, sparking speculation that the film will tie up loose ends from The Incredible Hulk. Emily Van Camp returns as Sharon Carter, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, and Sarah Hawes joins as Sabra. The cast also includes Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres, Carl Lumbly as Isaiah Bradley, Julia Louis-Dreyfus reprising Valentina, and Rosa Salazar as Rachel Layton, aka Diamondback. Captain America 4 will revisit a familiar theme. Anthony Mackie has had a lengthy Marvel journey across various projects, and it's only just the beginning. According to the director and executive producer, the film will likely explore a familiar Captain America conflict, akin to what Steve Rogers faced pre-Avengers Endgame. Sam Wilson will navigate the tension between superpowered individuals and the government's desire for control over them. The clash between Captain America and President Ross, Thunderbolt, will be central, as Ross pushes Sam to reform the Avengers and establish clear regulations on superhero activities. While reminiscent of the themes explored in Captain America: Civil War, where the Avengers split over government oversight, the dynamics in Captain America 4 are unique, reflecting Sam's distinct background and personal struggles. Giancarlo Esposito has been rumored to join Captain America 4 as a villain. Known for his role in Breaking Bad, Esposito teased that his character would be unexpected and might surprise fans. Speculation about his role intensified after a set image showed him armed with multiple firearms and knives, sparking theories about his character possibly being Diamondback, although that role was previously played by Eric LaRae Harvey in Luke Cage. Esposito hinted at his MCU role being outside the box, contrasting with his interest in potentially playing Professor X. His casting reflects Marvel's strategy of casting high-profile actors for significant roles, potentially making an unexpected choice that could redefine the character. Meanwhile, Captain America 4 has undergone extensive reshoots to refine its storyline and action sequences, aiming to address initial concerns from test screenings. This process, while not uncommon in Marvel Studios, underscores their commitment to delivering top-quality films. Despite recent disappointments like The Marvels and Madam Web, Marvel is focused on ensuring Captain America: Brave New World meets high expectations before its release. Fantastic Four, July 25, 2025. The Fantastic Four are making their grand entrance into the MCU, assembling a star-studded lineup for Marvel's first family. Speculation is rife that the film may delve into an alternate universe set in the 1960s, adding an extra layer of intrigue. A familiar robot spotted in the initial reveal has fueled further excitement and theories among fans. With Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, and Eben Moss-Bachrach as Ben Grimm, the core cast promises a fresh take on these iconic characters. Julia Garner joins the ensemble as the enigmatic Silver Surfer Shah LaBelle, while Ralph Ineson, known for his role in A24's The Witch, takes on the role of the formidable cosmic entity Galactus. This casting confirmation clarifies that John Krasinski, who briefly portrayed Mr. Fantastic in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, will not be reprising the role, as his appearance was simply a variant of the character. Emmy winner and Cobra Kai actor Paul Walter Hauser has been cast in an undisclosed role. Legendary actor John Malkovich has been added to the cast in a mysterious role, adding another layer of intrigue to Marvel's upcoming Fantastic Four adaptation. While Marvel has kept the plot under wraps, Kevin Feige has confirmed that the film will not retread the origin story familiar from previous adaptations. Originally gaining their superpowers from cosmic rays during a scientific mission, this origin won't be depicted again on screen. A lot of people know this origin story. A lot of people know the basics. How do we take that and bring something that they've never seen before? We've set a very high bar for ourselves with bringing that to the screen, Feige explained at San Diego Comic-Con. Marvel's tendency to avoid traditional storylines in the MCU suggests they will explore fresh narrative angles for the Fantastic Four, who debuted in 1961. This opens up numerous possibilities for new directions and introduces iconic villains like the Silver Surfer, Galactus, Doctor Doom, and Kyrt. The team has also clashed with Ronan the Accuser, portrayed by Lee Pace in Captain Marvel and Guardians of the Galaxy. Hints from the first poster suggest Marvel may delve into the 1960s era, with references including a magazine resembling Life's December 13, 1963 edition. Pedro Pascal's Instagram post further teased a 60s connection. Whether this period setting will align with the main MCU timeline or involve multiversal elements remains to be seen, adding to the anticipation surrounding Marvel's innovative approach to the beloved superhero team. In a recent episode of Marvel's The Official Marvel podcast, Kevin Feige confirmed that the upcoming Fantastic Four film will indeed be set in an alternate universe during the 1960s. Addressing keen-eyed observations about the cityscape not resembling typical 1960s New York, Feige acknowledged these astute observations. Industry insider Daniel Richtman has hinted that the film will feature multiple villains in smaller roles, particularly in the first act. Adding to the intrigue, the poster for the film reveals the introduction of Herbie, a character first seen in the animated series The New Fantastic Four in 1978, and later adapted into the comics. Herbie's role in the MCU adaptation remains a mystery, given his origins as a replacement for the Human Torch. Meanwhile, a new poster featuring Johnny Storm suggests a narrative set within an alternate universe. As for the directorial helm, WandaVision's Matt Shakman has been officially confirmed as the director for Fantastic Four. Originally announced with John Watts, known for his work on the Spider-Man trilogy, he has since stepped away from the project, expressing gratitude for his time with Marvel and excitement for the future of Fantastic Four under Shakman's direction. Thunderbolts, May 5, 2025. Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, has become one of the mysterious figures in Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. First showing up in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier and later in the end credits of Black Widow, she's clearly gathering a bunch of morally gray characters from the MCU. We're still not sure what exactly she's up to, but she's putting together a significant team that's not your typical Avengers lineup. Thunderbolts is set to wrap up Marvel's Phase 5 multiverse saga by bringing together former villains and anti-heroes from past movies and Disney Plus shows. The Thunderbolts have a complicated history in the comics, with their lineup and reasons for doing what they do always changing, so the live-action adaptation could go in a lot of directions. You can easily compare the Thunderbolts to DC's Suicide Squad, since both teams are made up of characters who aren't your usual hero types. But here's the twist. While the Suicide Squad is forced into dangerous missions with explosive neck bombs, the Thunderbolts are different. They're all about rehabilitating former bad guys, giving them a chance to reform and show the world they've changed for the better instead of just punishing them. It's all about redemption and second chances in the expanding Marvel Universe. The whole idea started with Baron Helmut Zemo, a bureaucratic enemy of Captain America. Zemo saw an opportunity after Earth's heroes were taken out by Onslaught, leaving supervillains like his Masters of Evil crew without much to do. Spotting a gap in the market for a new kind of superhero team, Zemo devised a plan to manipulate the public and gain global power. To make it work, he recruited allies like Goliath, Fixer, Screaming Mimi, Beetle, and Moonstone, who adopted new identities as Citizen V, Atlas, Techno, Songbird, Mach 1, and Meteorite respectively. Zemo's grand scheme to dominate the world ended up backfiring when his teammates unexpectedly turned over a new leaf and aimed to make amends. The Thunderbolts evolved from there, with a rotating roster that included big Marvel names like Deadpool, Abomination, Whiplash, Venom, Norman Osborn, and others who are set to appear in the upcoming film. Surprisingly, even heroes known for their cleaner records, like Hawkeye, America Chavez, and Spectrum, have joined the team at times. Zemo himself has drifted in and out of the group, sometimes genuinely trying to change for the better, but often returning to his villainous ways. The Thunderbolt story is full of redemption, betrayal, and ever-changing alliances within the Marvel Universe. But who is making Thunderbolts? Jake Schreier is set to direct Thunderbolts, marking his return to feature filmmaking after nearly a decade. Known for his acclaimed work on Robot and Frank and the adaptation of Paper Towns, Schreier has since focused on directing music videos and occasional TV episodes, including Chance the Rapper's magnificent coloring world. Joining him on Thunderbolts are screenwriters Lee Sung-jin, known for Netflix's Beef, and Eric Pearson, credited for Thor Ragnarok and Black Widow. Kevin Feige will produce the film, continuing his oversight of Marvel's cinematic universe. Sung-jin expressed enthusiasm about reuniting with Schreier for Thunderbolts, highlighting the compelling themes and exciting elements of the project that drew him back into feature filmmaking. As for the cast, Thunderbolts will feature a lineup including Florence Pugh from Black Widow, David Harbour, and Olga Kurylenko of Quantum of Solace fame. Also joining are Sebastian Stan and Wyatt Russell from The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, alongside Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who has appeared in both Marvel productions. Adding to the mix is Hannah John Kamen from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Kevin Feige has confirmed that Bucky will lead the team, though details on their dynamics remain scarce. Notably, Harrison Ford will take on the role of Thunderbolt Ross, succeeding the late William Hurt, who portrayed the character across 5 MCU films, starting with The Incredible Hulk. Ford's involvement marks his second MCU appearance following Captain America: New World Order earlier in 2024. Ayo Edebiri was initially announced for an undisclosed role in January 2023, later replaced by Geraldine Viswanathan due to scheduling conflicts. Steven Yeun was also slated to join the cast in a mystery role, but has since dropped out, with his replacement still pending. Interestingly, Daniel Bruhl's Baron Zemo was conspicuously absent from D23 announcements, despite his pivotal role in Thunderbolts comics. Known for his vendetta against superhumans, Zemo's future in the MCU seemed promising after developments in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Speculation suggests he may appear as an antagonist rather than joining the team, aligning with his staunch opposition to superheroes. Fans will have to wait until July 24, 2024 for confirmation on Zemo's involvement with this band of reformed supervillains. Blade, November 7, 2025. Unfortunately, there's some bad news on the Blade front. Yann Demange has parted ways with the project, marking the second director to exit. According to The Wrap, the split was described as amicable. Previously, Marvel announced that Bassam Tariq left due to production schedule shifts rather than creative differences. Despite stepping down as director, Tariq will continue as an executive producer on Blade. In a statement to THR last year, Marvel expressed appreciation for Tariq's contributions and his efforts in advancing the Blade project. In terms of Blade's role in his own film, the situation has been a bit turbulent. Eric Pearson is now tackling the script, succeeding a lineup of previous writers like Michael Green, Nick Pizzolatto, Michael Starbury, and Stacey Osei-Kuffour. Marvel seems focused on refining the script for quality, aiming to limit their output to just 2 films per year. A Variety report from November 2023 highlighted script changes and a lack of creative direction, indicating one version of the film sidelined Mahershala Ali, the double Oscar winner set to play Blade. This version reportedly shifted focus to a narrative led by women with life lessons, where Ali would have been the 4th lead. Despite these challenges, Ali expressed optimism in December 2023, noting he was encouraged by the team involved in writing and directing. Marvel intends to produce Blade with a budget of around $100 million, aiming for a more contained financial approach akin to an indie film by their standards. As for the cast, Mahershala Ali remains set to star as Blade, the vampire hunter. Mia Goth, Delroy Lindo, and Aaron Pierre were also announced, though Pierre later confirmed he's no longer part of the project as it evolved. Everything else that's coming in 2025. In addition to the 4 Marvel movies set for release in 2025, Marvel Studios has 2 exciting shows in the pipeline. The first is Ironheart, featuring Riri Williams, played by Dominique Thorne. Introduced in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Riri is a brilliant college student gifted with technology skills akin to Tony Stark's. She constructs her own power armor and will headline her own Disney Plus series, originally slated for release in 2025. However, delays have pushed its premiere likely too late in the year. Behind-the-scenes images have teased the Hood as the primary antagonist for the series. The second show is Daredevil: Born Again, marking the return of Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock to the MCU. Following his reintroduction in recent MCU projects like Spider-Man: No Way Home, She-Hulk, and Echo, Cox as Daredevil will lead his own Disney Plus series set for 2025. Originally planned for 18 episodes, the series has been reworked to 13 episodes to maintain the gritty tone established in the Netflix series. Returning alongside Cox are Deborah Ann Wall as Karen Page, Eldon Henson as Foggy Nelson, Wilson Bethel as Bullseye, Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin, and John Bernthal as the Punisher. The storyline will explore Kingpin's mayoral aspirations in New York City, a plotline adapted from the iconic Daredevil: Born Again comics arc. Besides these 6 MCU-announced projects for 2025, there's also excitement building around Spider-Man: Beyond the Spider-Verse. Serving as a direct sequel to 2023's Across the Spider-Verse, this animated film continues the journey of Miles Morales across dimensions, Miles grapples with altering destinies while forging his own path as Spider-Man. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse is penned by writers Dave Callaham, Phil Lord, and Christopher Miller, known for their innovative storytelling in the Spider-Man franchise. The film is expected to reunite Shameik Moore as the voice of Miles Morales, with directors Joaquim Dos Santos, Kemp Powers, and Justin K. Thompson returning to helm the project. Following the monumental success of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse and its sequel, Sony Pictures Animation is keen on expanding the franchise with further spin-offs and sequels. While specific release dates remain uncertain, initial plans for a March 2024 release were delayed due to industry strikes and the desire to ensure a satisfying conclusion to the trilogy. But given that most of the production is done, we confidently say that the movie will premiere in 2025. Well, that's it for today. Which Marvel movie or series are you most excited about in 2025 and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on your favorite superhero adventures. Until next time, keep enjoying the Marvel Universe.